Warning. 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 If you're offended by the following words, then you can fuck off. This is Smackmouth Podcast, where we deserve a smack in the mouth after everything we say. The #1 DIY podcast starts now.
Hello, and welcome. It is Smackmouth Podcast episode. Well, we're going to kick it off with episode 3.5.
Episode 3.5 for the first couple minutes. We have some addendums to episode 3.
Right, some amendments to take care of. Anyway, hey, welcome. I'm Mickey Mouth. Sitting next to me, we got Eli, the podcast guy.
Hey everybody, I'm Eli, the podcast guy.
And in the background, you may hear some background noise here. My wife, Nikki Sticks, she's hanging out back in the back row here in the peanut gallery. Say hi, hon. I don't know if they heard that, but she's back there. I'm not just making shit up. I really am married. There really is someone back there.
We got an audience.
Yeah, we do have a live studio audience. That's awesome for a change. And we've got probably an audience of one person at a time is probably listening to this. I don't think more than one person at a time is hearing this at the moment.
Who knows, man?
Yeah,
we're working on that.
We're up to 250 plus subscribers on YouTube. Go subscribe, youtube.com/Smackmouth Podcast. We were up towards like 2,000 followers. We always follow back on Twitter.
We've got our Facebook you can follow us at. That's facebook.com/Smackmouth.
Smackmouth, that's it, yeah. And then Twitter is twitter.com/SmackmouthPod. We're always shooting tweets out and at messages. We're mentioning people left and right. We follow whores, so hit us up. We follow back.
Give us an email, that's smackmouthpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, if there's something you want to hear us talk about, feel free to lay in. We'll definitely give it a thought. We definitely want to hear from you because we like to cater it to you.
We're definitely taking the Mike Jones approach to this podcast.
Yes.
I feel like I say Smackmouth in a podcast at least 100 times.
Well, it's branding, dude.
Yeah. It's good.
It's branding.
It's good.
I agree.
So you had a week.
I had a great week. How about you?
It was so-so.
Yeah, I
mean, not terrible.
It wasn't shitty because the week before
bad.
he had a lot of stuff going on: car accident, insurance calamities. I mean, mess.
Yeah.
So good week this week.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Me too. My family, my parents and my sister came for a visit. We got some news. My sister is expecting a baby.
Oh no!
Well, I mean,
how old is she?
The oh no is over. She's gonna be 30. I mean,
okay.
I don't know.
It's not bad. Then.
It's not that bad.
No.
She's single though, and that's not good. She still lives with mom and dad because she was in a long-term relationship and had this shit go down the toilet. And she's been single now for quite some time. But the fact that she's living at home, and she gets knocked up. That's and this dude's in Tennessee.
Oh wow!
So it's gonna be kind of weird. Who knows?
How did that happen?
She was here for a visit, right, back in June, and her friend Adam and her were hanging out in South Carolina. They were out there for his job, and she was hanging out at the hotel. Well, she came here and surprised us for a visit. Hung out for 2 weeks, but before she got here, I guess she was hanging out at the hotel, met this guy. She had a fling with him and went back to the hotel after she visited with us for a while and had another fling, and that she was responsible. Yeah, same guy, not two different guys. But this guy, I guess they were safe, used protection, and shit happens, and they became a statistic.
Oh God!
So expecting a new little nephew or niece in February.
Wow, so she doesn't know yet.
No, we're going to find that out, I guess, this month yet, right? So.
Oh, all right. Well, y'all got y'all's living room looking spiffy.
My dad helped. Oh, my parents really hooked it up when they were in town. They always do. They're very awesome people, giving and gracious, at the same time. It's like, I can't ever get enough of them. We have such a distance between us. They're in Wisconsin and I'm in Georgia, and every time they're here, it's like, poof, the time goes so quick. Because we're always busy doing shit, too. Like, fixing this and fixing that. Stuff that I can't do without Dad because, I'm a dumbass when it comes to construction, carpentry shit.
Yeah.
I can patch a hole just fine and paint a wall. But when it comes to building stuff and fixing stuff, I'm a freaking radio host, you know. So
no calluses on those digits.
yeah,
huh?
not on this hand anyway. The other hand, I play guitar. I don't spend a lot of time alone. If you were, if you were going that way with it. So anyway, what's up with you? How about yeah. Anyway, okay. First off, we painted the house. We fixed this. We fixed that. I mean, tons of things. Dad got up on the roof with my brother-in-law, and they patched the roof up. They cleaned off the gutters. I mean, just shit that. Well, I've been sidetracked and busy since we got back here. I mean. And Dad was on vacation. He had nothing to do. He's a busybody.
He always comes and tries to fix things.
Right. I mean, it's his investment. It's his, his pride and joy. So
that guy's a character. Mm-hmm. I just came over for a few minutes yesterday, and we get roped into this long conversation about conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't take a breath.
Mm-mm. He gets going and he doesn't stop, and he goes on tangents too. He'll be talking about, the Koch brothers this minute spraying chemtrails, and then he'll go somehow to, the 9/11 conspiracy, or, from the 9/11 conspiracy to the
JFK,
Illuminati, and obey, and consume, and, he's Big Brother.
The news is not telling you the truth.
What are they spraying, or why are they spraying it? The chemtrails. But I mean, he's not really a truther, but he likes to, let people know that shit's not as it seems. And I am totally with him on that, but I think some of the conspiracies he follows are a little bit, a little deep for my following. I don't really want to dive in that deep, and he's had some time on his hands in front of the YouTube.
I don't dig on the conspiracies that, like, when you're looking them up, you have to go back years and research and all this other stuff. If something weird happens, I like it to be in the 2 to 3 year mark.
Yeah.
Not, 20 years ago, someone's going to pay for...
Right. But you know what? That's what's going to happen when the 9/11 shit all comes to light.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be 30, 40 years before any classification happens with any of those papers.
Oh, yeah.
They'll never declassify.
They'll never tell the truth about 9/11.
$3 trillion missing.
But like I said, like I said yesterday, I try not to talk about
Spit
that
my
stuff
opinion
much.
so much. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say which way I fall along the lines, but I definitely, I don't have a problem mentioning things, It makes people think a little bit.
To make people think.
Because
as
that
far
government,
as like being crazy,
think
I
about
can't do it.
The government that you love and support so dearly and fondly and go to war for is the same government that, toppled the fucking World Trade Centers and let 3,000 people die. Right, allegedly.
Thank you.
So there you go.
You trying to get the government officials to our location, man.
Listens are listens and views are views.
This ain't on the internet yet, but they know what we're saying already.
I know. That's because they've got us tapped, man. And we've all got a smartphone in our lap. So.
I'm holding one right now.
Right? Episode 3.5. Let's talk about
3.5.
What we wanted to touch on from last episode.
Okay. So we had the discussion on the difference between comets and meteors and asteroids.
And what it was that took out the dinosaurs. Right.
I think we said it was a meteor.
Right.
It was actually an asteroid.
Okay, so did you actually find out the difference between an asteroid and a meteor?
I did not. I just wanted to know what the difference between... or what killed the dinosaurs, actually.
And it wasn't a comet, it was an asteroid.
It was an asteroid.
But a lot of people confuse comets with asteroids, too, because asteroids do come around in orbit.
Well, I've been told that comets are way bigger than everything.
I think so. And they've got a trail. A comet has a trail of ice and shit gases behind it.
Now, as far as why an asteroid came into the atmosphere, I don't know. Maybe it was just too heavy.
It just came too close.
It just came too close.
Got sucked into the gravity, maybe.
Yeah, those dinosaurs.
They didn't stand a chance.
What luck.
No doubt. They didn't stand a chance.
Let's see. What else on this 3.5? Oh, the drones.
The drones. Oh, yeah, the drone that got confiscated by the prison who was smuggling in contraband.
Right, and so we got into that conversation about shooting down drones.
If you guys want to know what we're talking about, you can go back and listen to episode 3, and the link is in the description.
Hey, for real, if you haven't heard any of these, if this is your first one,
visit our YouTube channel and subscribe and listen to all of our videos.
Listen to all 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch it too, but it's not much more than an animated slideshow.
So with the drones and hunting them down, Boise, Idaho.
What's going on in Idaho?
An Idaho ammunition company is marketing drone munition.
Drone munition?
Shotgun cartridges designed to blast unwanted drones out of the sky.
No
and for you
kidding.
guys, I'm sorry. I realized that I'm have a speech impediment.
You do?
I realized it last week when I said I'm Eli the Pilot's guy.
That's not an impediment. That's
Well,
just
it happened again this week. I'm like,
maybe you're just having mini strokes.
okay, so anyways, ammunition company Snake River started shipping specially made 12-gauge shotgun ammunition this month under the name Drone Munition.
That's cool. Does it give you any specs on what the ammo was made from? Like what kind of shot is in it?
But it does say prepare for the drone apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wonder how it's going to blast it down. It's got to be some non-lethal type,
It says
load.
it's under self-defense.
But I mean, you can't blast a shotgun load off in the city limits if it's a lethal shot. I mean, it'd have to be like a beanbag load or something.
Yeah. I don't know what it doesn't say. I've read that thing like over and over and over.
Right. Well,
And,
it sucks that they don't give you a little more detail on what they're trying to sell for,
Yeah.
But then again, they probably don't want people making their own loads because people reload shotgun shells all the time. It's so simple.
Yeah, it's easy. Why
Right.
wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, well, we're just throwing like 5 little beanbags in there, and that's your drone thing. So feel free to copy our shit and make your own shells.
Aim for the glass.
You just buy the shells once and then reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
You take it apart and find out what's in it. Make it work yourself.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. So, I guess you want to officially start episode 4 now?
Do we?
I think we do, man.
All right, I suppose
We've
can.
shot the shit.
We have shot the shit. All right, well, I guess if you don't want to shoot the shit anymore, we can do this.
Let's go.
All right.
Smackmouth Podcast. Smackmouth Podcast. Smackmouth Podcast. Smackmouth Podcast.
All right.
Bitchin'.
We're going to do some odd news, as always.
Cool.
This is the one segment that we've held on to.
I think I like the odd news the most.
I do, too.
Really do. It's something entertaining and it's true. It's all real shit.
Yeah.
And as always, links can be found in the description at our YouTube channel on this video, which would be Smackmouth Podcast, youtube.com/Smackmouth Podcast.
And for real, guys, I do send every link to our email after I send it to Mickey through Facebook. So
Right, yeah.
I've
And
copied and pasted twice.
Before we get on this, let's hit them with all the links again at twitter.com/SmackmouthPod,
Facebook.com/Smackmouth.
youtube.com/SmackmouthPodcast, and email us.
And email us at smackmouthpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. hit
That's
us
where
up.
I send all the links.
Right. So if you want to be on our mailing list, maybe get on the inside, we can send you all the shit we're going to talk about on the show, too. Feel free to hit us up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Follow us. Link.
Subscribe.
Do all of it.
Yeah.
Comment.
Like. All that shit.
UPI.
Okay, get on with it.
UPI.com, Mickey.
All right, UPI.com. That's where we're headed.
This is Alberta, Calgary.
In Calgary?
Calgary.
What's going on in Calgary?
An Alberta woman whose stolen car was located by police said it came back from impound containing cocaine, a crack pipe, and a pellet gun.
Oh, wow. That sounds interesting. What's the deal with the pellet gun?
Courtney Pickering of Calgary said her 2014 Dodge Dart was stolen last week, and police contacted her a couple days later to say the vehicle had been recovered and she could pick it up when forensics was finished investigating. Says she went to the impound lot to pick up the car, immediately discovered a knife in the front passenger door, a lead pipe on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah, on the floor
Okay.
mats, other garbage, 4 stolen IDs in the glove compartment, and a bag of cocaine in the cup holder.
It almost sounds like a fucked up game of Clue.
Yeah, it's
You know,
weird. It's
a lead pipe, a fucking bag of cocaine.
You know those games, those find it games in the crime
Oh,
scene?
yeah, yeah.
You know, that's what. Find pellet gun.
Find crack pipe.
And then she went to the impound guy, said, "Is it normal? Like, what do I do with this?" He was just like, "Throw it on the ground, throw it on the ground."
Wow. That's ridiculous.
She said the crack pipe was in her 3-year-old's car seat. Yep. And threw it on the ground, left the car in its contents for police to remove the evidence.
Wow. So needless to say, she was charged with possession of crack cocaine and paraphernalia. And
Oh, yeah. She did the
what
right
about the
thing.
BB gun? I mean, they didn't charge her with possession of a concealed weapon, did they?
No, that's just a BB gun.
All right.
I mean, they did say it was a weapon,
Right.
but
But the lead pipe was a weapon.
yeah, I guess because this is in Canada, right?
No, it's in Calgary.
What is Calgary?
It's the UK, isn't it?
No.
What?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do they have crack in the UK?
Shit. They've got crack everywhere. The CIA didn't just dump that stuff off in America.
UPI.com.
Mickey. All right, hit me up.
What did we say about dolphins? Is that episode 2?
Dolphins are assholes. Episode 2. Check that out. Hawaiian woman announces a plan to use dolphin as a midwife. Now that's just wrong.
It's stupid.
It's wrong.
It's so retarded.
How the hell? Okay, so an underwater birth, I guess, but in a ocean? What is this? Okay, a pregnant Hawaiian woman seen swimming with the dolphins in a viral video announced plans to give birth using dolphins or a dolphin as a midwife. Dorina Razin, who operates a healing sanctuary in Hawaii with partner Mike Suneagle, was seen swimming with the dolphins while 38 weeks pregnant in a video posted to YouTube in mid-August. And the producers of a British TV series, Katie Piper's Extraordinary British, visited Razin when she announced her intention to use a dolphin as a midwife. I found the dolphin people a bit out there, but they seemed so happy and the woman was so relaxed, Piper told the Times of London. I just thought everyone was wonderful and it was all a bit of an eye-opener. Experts warn using a dolphin as a midwife could prove dangerous because of their friendly disposition and common presence in aquariums. We tend to think of dolphins as trustworthy, loving creatures. But
dolphins are rapists.
But let's get real here a minute. Dolphins don't eat sunshine and fart roses, it says. They're wild animals, and they're known to some to be pretty terrifying, and they do terrible things. What would you do if a dolphin does get aggressive, decides to attack the mother or even the newly emerged baby? How would you protect either from a 300 or 400 pound animal with lightning speed and agility that's more at home in the environment than you are? She wrote. And then there's a YouTube video here on the article.
Prediction. Baby comes out. Dolphin grabs
food!
baby.
Yay, it's a food.
Plays baby soccer dolphin.
Oh God! Well,
with another dolphin.
But the beauty of it is, babies born underwater don't breathe yet until they're up. They still feel like they're in their amniotic fluid.
Never mind. She's in the wild ocean, dude. Sharks,
blood. Yeah, jeez. She's off the Hawaii coast.
There are sharks in
Yes,
Hawaii.
there are. That's just
okay. So you have an asshole.
Weird.
You have an asshole dolphin, a blood-hungry shark.
That's like attempted abortion or stillbirth abortion.
Charge that bitch. Charge her.
Something's wrong there for sure. There's a YouTube video of this lady swimming with her dolphin, 38 weeks pregnant. You can check that out on UPI's website. The link will be in the description of this video. So what now?
Let's make this lighthearted. This is a man.
Should we turn those frowns upside down?
Yes. This is a man who I want to hang out with.
Who's this?
Man rescues slab of ribs during apartment fire.
Yeah, that guy knows what matters most.
Fresno, California.
In Fresno, of course.
California man who ushered his wife and kids out of their home.
I have a question.
I probably may have an answer.
Does it say what color this guy was? He's
black.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I just had to say that. I mean,
white people are too scared to defend for their ribs.
At ribs,
yes.
The black man ain't gonna let those go down.
No, fuck that. I seen.
Right. Been sitting in mama's slap your mouth frickin' barbecue sauce for 36 hours. I am not letting those things go to waste.
Man. You know those are good. Those are going to be... Man, when he eats those ribs, he's going to be so happy. He's going to be like, you know what I had to do for these ribs?
They're good and smoky.
They're good and smoky. Pre-smoked.
Nice. That's cool.
He ushered his wife and kids out of their home during an apartment complex fire. Said the first thought was to save his barbecue ribs.
Got his priorities in check.
With his ribs in hand, he gave an interview to a news station after the fire at his Fresno apartment complex and told the reporter he was barbecuing at 3 a.m. when the fire erupted at the apartment next door.
Oh, my God.
No, sir. You are a liar. Something happened with your ribs, dude, and you set the place on fire.
Had to. Unbelievable. That's crazy. 3 a.m. Why the hell are you barbecuing at 3 a.m.?
You know how much the ribs cost him? A whole apartment complex.
Oh, man. I wonder if he's going to get in trouble for that, like charged by the insurance.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right? It's like...
stupid.
Dude, that was weak.
So weak.
Weak. I've never heard you burp good, man.
Well,
I've
I'll
never
get there.
complimented you on a burp.
I'll get there.
Hey, did you hear about this? The Fox News anchor, she's suing Hasbro over a toy hamster. It's got her name. She says,
I did read that.
Bitch says she looks like her, too. I'll just give her this much. It's a completely different colored skin complexion toy.
God, what is with you in skin color today?
This has nothing to do with the way she looks, is what I'm saying. Come on. This lady's suing Hasbro over the fact that this toy looks like her. Well, in my opinion, this lady is black, and the only similarity they have is in their eye shape because she's got nice, pretty big doe eyes. And so does the toy.
Yeah, but all toys do.
I know, that's the only thing I see here. An anchor for Fox News is suing Hasbro for more than $5 million over a toy hamster that shares her name and possibly even her resemblance, which I disagree with.
I read the name, and I don't even know why they would name a toy that anyways.
I don't know. Maybe they were trying to make fun of her. Maybe they were.
Do we know what was the name?
It is, what is her name? It tells you down here. I'll tell you in a second. So, okay, here. Harris Faulkner. That's the name of it.
Who would name a toy Faulkner?
I don't know. Harris Faulkner sued the Rhode Island. It's got her name and her eyes. So I guess I see what she's coming from. But she's suing for $5 million, saying it's wrongfully appropriated her name and persona with its plastic Harris Faulkner hamster in this little pet shop line of theirs. So Faulkner said that she's been worked at Fox News for a decade. She hosts a daytime show, Outnumbered, and anchors a Sunday evening newscast. Hasbro spokeswoman says it doesn't comment on litigation. Faulkner's lawyer says it's in addition to sharing her name, the toy bear also shares a physical resemblance to her, including its complexion, eye shape, and eye makeup. Complexion is inaccurate because I looked at this toy and it's yellow like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
And she's dark-skinned like...
she's a red bone.
No, I mean, she's African American.
Right, but she's like a red bone, dude. She's
What's a red bone?
light skin, maybe like...
Is that slang? Is that
yes.
a racial slur?
That's not a racial slur.
It sounds like
it's a rap term.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, anyway, she doesn't resemble it in skin complexion. She does share her eyes. Unless she gets $5 million richer, I don't know what the deal will be, you know?
Nicole just told me that red bone means she's hot.
Oh, red bone means she's hot?
I guess like Rihanna is a red bone.
Okay, then. I'll agree with that.
It's just like...
But she's not hot. She's not ugly, but she's older and she's thicker and she's...
Hey, man, I'm just
she's
saying
mature.
what your wife said.
She looks very mature.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, moving on.
UPI.com, Mickey.
UPI.com. What's going on over there again? We are fans of this website. The best of the best when it comes to odd news sources. Seriously.
The only thing is, though, is sometimes they'll talk about somebody's puppy or something. I don't care about that. Like,
no, I mean, I look at it more like you can go to different tabs too. You can check out entertainment and Hollywood. I mean,
we're not recording.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Are you sure?
I'm sure of it.
Damn it!
You dumb fuck.
Okay. Anyways, we are recording. I don't give a fuck.
Did you think it broke?
I don't know what I thought. I just saw the thing not moving too far.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
I'm zoomed out here. I'll zoom in so you always see us moving.
Thank you. That's what I like. That gives
Yeah.
me pleasure.
Yes, it makes you randy.
It makes me touch my earlobe.
All right, at least it's nothing else.
Spanish police say seized pot plants are getting them high.
What? Spanish pigs are getting high on seized pot plants?
Of course. I mean,
that's a double entendre. How come police are getting stoned?
It's funny to me that something weed related comes up every week.
Yeah, it's everywhere though. I mean, in Spain, they are ahead of us as far as research, and they allow the research to be conducted in other countries. So there's a lot more pot being grown in Spain than there is here in America.
Well, here in Olot, Spain.
In Olot, Spain?
Police in a Spanish town are complaining of feeling the effects of smoking something illegal as a result of smelling seized marijuana stored at their station.
Hold on now. They're smelling just the stored marijuana?
Yeah, they're just smelling it.
They're retarded.
The union said the unbearable smell from the plants has caused discomfort and headaches in some officers, while others reported feeling the effects of smoking something illegal.
They must have been eating it.
I don't know what... what probably happened is they had it on them somehow, and I don't know.
Marijuana can't absorb through your skin.
I know, but maybe they breathed it in.
Maybe it's
breed them particles.
Maybe it was sitting on the boiler room, and it vaporized and went through the vents.
I don't know, man. But what will people who come to report incidents think when they enter the police station and smell such a strong odor?
How about stop confiscating it and you won't have to worry about that problem?
That's what their union rep said.
That's what they said?
Yeah. So they have unions in Spain.
For marijuana. Pro-marijuana unions.
I don't know. Maybe cop unions is actually what I was kind of getting at.
Oh, so the police union said they're going to stop confiscating it because it's just stinking up the joint.
They'll probably just find a better way to hold on to it or store it. I don't know.
Why not put it out there on the market? I mean, shit.
Well, what I don't understand is if it's such a big deal, why not just go ahead and dispose of it? I mean, they have incinerators.
Yeah, burn
why
it.
hang on to it? Is Spain like that gangster that when they take that guy to court, like they're just gonna roll out a wheelbarrow of the shit?
Right.
Like,
so yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't really know, but moving on, huh? What you got next?
Let's do one more of this odd news, and we'll flip it all around again.
Oh yeah, you got something that's gonna hit you in the feel goods a little bit later, don't you?
Not the feel goods, probably the feel bads.
A sad sap.
Yeah. Well, not whatever. We'll do this first.
All right. Let's keep it in the same gear.
UPI.com, Mickey.
UPI.com. That's our fave. Hit it up.
Massachusetts.
Check it out. You can get your own news. All sorts of shit over there, too. This is Massachusetts. What's going on?
Massachusetts. Police in Massachusetts said an officer is facing prosecution after he allegedly fired his gun at his own police car cruiser and burned it to stage a crime scene.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of, like, where? In the country and city? Like, did he ram it into a lamppost and set it on fire? Or?
I don't know. The police, they staged a manhunt and were looking for a guy in a dark pickup truck who had fired shots at him while he was driving. But we all know that this was a lie. Let's see. And then they determined the own officer's gun was used to shoot the holes in the police cruiser. Does he not know how...
Seriously?
Does he not know how CSI works or any kind of...
Ridiculous. Bad cops. I hate bad cops. I really do. There are a lot of really good cops. For instance, my cousin Steve, he's a great cop. He would never, become corrupt. And he just got big promotion. Congrats, cousin Steve, promoted to corporal.
It doesn't say why he did it or where he did it. That's probably going to be something that we learn.
But of course, we're
going
to believe the fact that somebody shot holes in this cop's vehicle because right now it's like war on police out there.
Yeah,
people are walking up to cops and shooting them in the freaking head. And it's fucking retarded. Why in the fuck would you feel like you need to go and blast a cop just for what? What purpose? All lives matter. Not just black, not just white, not non-cops, not cops. I mean, everybody's life matters. Why would you think you should go and take somebody's life?
Yeah.
To take that person away from their family, from their friends. All these people will never see them again because you felt like serving some kind of fucking revenge against somebody.
Yeah, what right does anybody have to take anybody's life?
No shit. Even corporal punishment. What right does the government have to? I mean, even though I guess eye for an eye, I see that. But what right does anyone have to take a life?
Yeah.
Nobody has that right. And even when you go to war, why in the fuck do you think it's okay to kill people for nothing, for oil, for profit? For land.
It makes sense to someone out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, the military-industrial complex. The fucking machine that runs the whole fucking scheme of things. Don't get me going, man.
You're very Pink Floyd right now.
Fucking shit. God.
Well, while we're talking about murder... That was actually a good segue.
Oh, yeah, what's going on?
You did good on that one.
Thanks. Dun, dun, dun. Murder.
For anybody that cares, I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah. This is Vince McMahon's murder trial. He was talking... who was this that died?
Okay. So...
No, Vince McMahon did not kill anybody, so to speak, I don't think.
There was this... Okay, so there's this wrestler, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Snuka, right.
Yes. In 1983, he killed his side chick, is what they're saying now.
Okay.
He got away with it But they've just recently charged him for it. I guess they found new evidence and they reopened the investigation.
Now, I read this article back in the 80s when the incident was under investigation initially. He met with the police and with Vince McMahon, and they were all very cooperative, blah, 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 so says the story. But in Snuka's autobiography, he wrote that McMahon was there. He can't remember all the things that were said, but McMahon had a briefcase.
He took control of the situation. The meeting.
Yeah.
So they're saying that now maybe
it seems
Vince
like
McMahon had
paid
something
somebody
to do.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's deep conspiracy shit. When you get into the WWE, that's very deep cover.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the world of
that was back in when it was
entertainment.
WWF. And WWF Legends, I think, was what Snuka was recently going to be wrestling with.
He's probably well to be in the Hall of Fame if he's not already. I don't keep up with all that
Me
so
neither.
much. But, yeah, crazy. You get
Very
something,
crazy.
A murder from 30 years ago.
Right. And that's some, like, backdoor mafia sounding type shit, you know, when
He said he
McMahon
found
shows
her
up
that
with a
way,
briefcase.
but he gave the police over, like, a dozen conflicting statements in this time.
Right. And, you know, you got to get your story straight.
Yeah.
You know, what is it?
And
Now,
I mean,
no wonder why they reopened the investigation.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I don't.
So here's what probably happened. The district attorney retired. The case got spotted by somebody. They saw something didn't make sense, and they reopened it. You know, or some judge reopened it by looking at the evidence. But there had to be a reason why the case got reevaluated.
Yeah.
An unclosed case, I guess, right?
It says why it got.
Oh.
It had it.
Excuse me. My parents came down here. My dad brought a cold with him. I caught that son of a bitch in a matter of a day, and I am still fighting it off. It's in my sinuses, started off in my lungs like a freaking bronchitis attack. Most unbearable pain. I woke up at 2 a.m. like last Wednesday, just on fire. Could not swallow anything. It took all I could before I could freaking drink a cup of water. Was unreal, the pain that I was in. Never in my life I can remember having that miserable of a feeling in my chest. It was horrible.
Right.
Dude. Fucking horrible. So it's finally clearing up. I've been doping up on like NyQuil and Dayquil and Robitussin and shit. So hopefully it gets out of my system here by Monday, tomorrow or so. We'll see.
Okay, so
Did you find something
when
about?
they did
Okay,
her
back to our
autopsy-
story. I was trying to fill the space.
when they
there.
did her autopsy, they determined she died of traumatic brain injuries and had more than 36 cuts and bruises, and concluded her injuries were consistent with being hit with a stationary object.
That sounds like somebody suplexed her a couple times.
So, at the time, the forensic pathologist, I'm not even going to try to pronounce. No, I am, because this will be fun. Isidore Mihalakis.
Mihalakis?
Whoa.
Cool.
Nice. Wrote that the case should be investigated as a homicide until proven otherwise, according to a grand jury report released Tuesday. But the investigation went cold. A June 2013 investigation by
It went cold because McMahon paid this fucker off, I think, in my belief.
I guess some people probably believe that.
Right.
A June 2013 investigation by this thing called the Morning Call of Allentown raised questions about the case. Lehigh County District Attorney Jim Martin told the paper last year that Argentino's sister, that was the name of his side chick, her last name was Argentino.
Okay.
Sisters approached him about after the story ran, prompting him to give the case another look. So basically, the family
they got the case reevaluated.
They got introduced to it probably after they had forgot about it or was just getting over it.
Right. Healed.
And then this thing does this documentary.
Opens back up.
Boom.
Can of worms and
You're
all
fucked,
the emotions.
Jimmy Snuka.
Snuka is fucked, I think. Yeah. It looks pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah.
at least the conclusion I'm drawing from that article.
You murder your side chick. That's
fucked up.
Yeah, that's bad.
Come on. Jesus. Right. Just tell her, quit calling my number during the day, bitch.
Right?
Jesus.
You don't kill her.
Right.
You never call here.
You pay her off. So yeah, let's go towards what? We were going to talk about something else. What was it?
Music.
Oh yeah, it was. First of all, we talked a little bit about. Here, let's go back to 3.5 quick.
All right.
All right. We talked about Lemmy and Motorhead, and they have a new album coming out, and Lemmy had to cancel the show because of his breathing problems. And
he's canceled another one.
Canceled some more shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
they don't want to. You said you read the article. I'm just telling you from hearsay. Correct me if I'm wrong. They said that they're gonna hang it up until he's 100%.
Yeah.
Which could mean they're done inevitably.
Maybe.
Or
I don't
indefinitely.
know. I think Lemmy will hang in there. He just when something like that
What's
happens.
he got? Like emphysema or something? Or
I think he did have it at one time. Is what we were
I don't
reading.
think you can get rid of emphysema.
I don't know. Maybe he had been treated for it.
Right.
He does have a defibrillator.
Yeah, he's got a
I mean, when
bad
you're up
heart.
there like that, I mean, when we talk about it later, you'll see that who we're talking about too. They don't go in any kind of high places
Right.
Here in the United States.
Right.
I don't know why I just covered that.
I don't either. You should have put that straight to the mic.
I should have.
But yeah, high altitude shows he can't breathe at all.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they canceled their last show after six songs. I think.
Yeah,
it was,
I think they cut another one short.
Right.
And then they're just not gonna tour for a little bit until he's 100%.
And then I was telling my dad this story about Motorhead and Lemmy having heart problems and breathing issues and having to cancel shows and shit. And my dad's like, "Who's Lemmy? Who's Motorhead?" I'm like, "Dad, you know Motorhead, the Ace of Spades. Come on, Lemmy." Trick question, God. Lemmy is God, man. Come on.
Yeah.
What's that? In a fight between Lemmy and God, who would win?
It's a trick question. Lemmy is God.
Airheads. Give it up to Airheads. I love that. That movie is
That movie is awesome.
Hilarious.
I watch it like once a month at least.
Do you really? I've only
Yeah.
seen it like 6 times in my life. But
Oh, I'd love
I'll
that
watch
movie.
it. We should watch that sometime. Yeah, let's do that. I freaking love it. Yeah, Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, right? Adam Sandler, and who else? Who else is in that?
Adam Sandler, the guy from The Mummy,
Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
and
Steve
Adam Sandler.
Buscemi, Adam Sandler, and another guy from
Kramer?
Saturday Night Live.
Kramer?
And Kramer from Seinfeld.
I think that's about it. It's
Yeah.
kind of an old movie. It's still really good
Oh,
though.
it's a classic.
I love that movie.
At least a cult classic in our type of, it's in our genre. It's right up our alley. So, okay, yeah. Airheads. Where did that come from?
Lemmy.
Lemmy is God, man. So anyway, he's not immortal. He's not God. He's failing. He's canceled some shows. Hopefully he'll recoup.
Right.
And they'll get out there and do some more gigs.
So Black Sabbath have announced they're going to go on their final tour.
Another final tour, though. I've heard this is their last tour a couple times, too. They're kind of reminding me like Motley Crue. How many times are they going to say goodbye?
Yeah, well,
But-
how can you?
I know, exactly. And you
Well,
keep
because-
writing new material.
Yeah, well, these final tours, what happens is they start remembering.
This is why we did it, man.
'Cause
So let's do it again.
This is why we did it.
Yeah.
And then I would assume that their shows are getting bigger.
I would
you know?
imagine, too. Yeah, I mean, you've got all your diehard fans, the fans that they've had since the 70s, and now they've got new fans, too. The fan base only grows from there.
Yeah, I love Sabbath.
So they didn't.
And,
They never fell.
Yeah.
They've always grown, in my opinion.
I'm at least like, I don't know, if you look at you got big in the 60s.
Right.
Okay, so that would be like my parents' generation.
Okay.
There's probably, my parents could have had kids. I'm second generation of like Sabbath fan, you know? I love Sabbath.
I'm second gen Sabbath. Yeah, my dad's a Sabbath fan. I'm a Black Sabbath fan. Well, I mean, and if I have kids, I'm sure they'll enjoy it too. Some of the easiest and best songs to start playing on the guitar, Sabbath, like Iron Man, so easy to play.
Yeah.
At least the rhythm, on it.
That's what's funny about Sabbath to me is that like when they first came out, they were like so bad or whatever.
Right,
And
devil
now it's
music.
way worse.
Oh my God, their devil music. It's
Yeah.
horrible. It's worse than
And then-
fucking Kiss. That's
And
all.
then in the way of the world, we won't have classic rock.
I
Our
know,
music that comes out now will never be classic rock.
No.
Classic rock will always be Zeppelin and Floyd and Sabbath.
the timeless,
Iron
classics.
Maiden.
That's anything that would come out from the 90s to now. I mean, yeah, 10 years down the road, it'll get added. Some of those will get added as long as they're really mainstream. Will get added to the classic rock stuff. But it's, I mean, you listen to some of the classic rock stations, you're hearing Pearl Jam, you're hearing Nirvana, you're hearing, Green Day even on some of these classic rock stations. Yeah, but that's not as classic
as Kansas.
No, it's not. But classic to you and classic to our kids are going to be different.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think there will be a classic. I think classic rock would still be what's classic rock now.
I agree, but they are always, I know this because I work in the industry, they are always adding to the classic rock library. I mean, they just add, 90, up to 95 now probably is in the classic rock category. You've got Dave Matthews, you've got all these other bands that are in the classic rock categories now with their 90s hits. Then you've got to look at things like, you hear Five Finger Death Punch, they'll never be on a classic rock station. Oh, no. They would have to be on a classic metal station. There needs to be a new genre of music, which is happening all over the place too, by the way, with digital streams from, okay, you can go to 100.5 FM, or you can go 100.5.2, 100.5.3, 100.5.4, and they're all different music formats on the digital frequency.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when you have these, and of course in a market like we're in right here, we don't have digital radio, but where there's a high definition frequency, you have HD1, HD2, HD3. So you can have Z100 new hits, Z100 classic hits, Z100 rock hits, Z100 new metal. Z100 alternatives.
Z100 all ABBA all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Z100 comedy. All these different formats and things. So that sub-genres can get that, but it's so sub.
Yeah.
Followed as well. It's not in the mainstream. Well, nobody has digital radios in their vehicles, really.
Well, that's why I'm glad we're doing this podcast thing, man, because internet radio is soon, very soon to take over. Why do I want to listen to, radio when half the good shit's going to be cut out of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
When I can pull it up on Spotify and it'll be unedited.
Right.
And
if you're looking for music and if you're looking for talk content, why would you want to have to listen to somebody who's pushing propaganda down your throat? Yeah. It's all corporate paid for propaganda.
I mean, you can listen to Rush Limbaugh,
right? But it's propaganda. It's right wing or left wing fucking, or no, it's right. That's
right.
Right wing fucking extreme fucking propaganda shoved down your throat. Sean Hannity, same shit. Fucking Herman Cain, same shit. Only racist. Al Sharpton's show. You got all these fucking radio shows that are propaganda.
Yeah.
And it's all you hear on talk radio anymore. You don't hear any true opinion shows. You don't hear anything that's, cultural.
Well, they have to follow a format, and they have to stick to their political talking head things. And I mean, I actually enjoy listening to Rush Limbaugh. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I do too. I listen to AM radio a lot because it's
different.
It is. It's a better feel. It's more real.
What kills me about radio is the station we have here, they'll play good shit, but once an hour, they're going to play whoever's new song that...
You know what else sucks about radio? Commercials.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it because that's what pays everybody's bills in the radio industry is the commercial sales.
Yeah.
And the website sales. Everything is money. It's all money. DJs, they help keep it lively and energetic, but to tell you the truth, DJs don't make stations any fucking money. It's the goddamn ratings of the stations, and most of the time it's all programmed through corporate, mandated. You have to play this, you have to do it this way, and you have only this amount of time that we want you to talk on the air, and you got to follow this format. So it's tailored. You have to be doing what they're telling you. A program director has no freedom in today's radio world.
I feel like it's all just a pissing in the wind anyways.
It is. Hey, Eli, I got to tell you something. You got a booger hanging out of your nose. That was perfect. I loved it. It's your right cave.
Bear in the cave.
I got
it. It was one of those flappers.
It was a bat, though. It wasn't a bear. It wasn't that big.
It did look like a bat. A little crumbly green dry bat.
More like a worm. I'm going to gag.
So, we've covered Black Sabbath.
How about we
Final
move
tour?
On? We got Ozzy
One
now.
CD.
Oh, yeah.
They are releasing a new album.
Yes. Ozzy now. back
Ozzy.
into it. Yeah, he's got something going on too. Rumors of a new Ozzy Osbourne solo album. They've been brewing for quite some time, but according to Epic Records president Sylvia Rohn, the album is definitely happening. Announcement came during Epic Fest over the weekend, which lasted roughly 3 hours and featured a diverse lineup of acts. Ozzy closed out the show, and that's awesome. Ozzy's pretty awesome. You can't ever understand what he's saying unless he's singing.
Unless he's singing.
But that's cool because you know, when you talk but thank you, Cleveland. You can hear him when he sings it to you and understand it. But
Anyways, it's gonna
crazy
be different.
bastard, yeah, I'd like to see him bite a head off another bat.
It's supposed to be real different and something he's always wanted to do.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of music it's gonna be. You know?
EDM. It's gonna be EDM.
Yeah. But I could see, you know, he does actually add a lot of modern sounds to his solo stuff. You know, I mean, who's playing guitar with his solo shit? Is that Zakk Wylde?
It was.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Probably
Right.
not.
You wouldn't think? We'll see. I
doesn't
hope it
say,
is, because
yeah.
Zach's the shit. He makes
Zakk is
Ozzy
the
a
shit.
lot better, you know? Without the screaming metal
He's not better
riffs.
than Rhodes, though.
That's true.
Rhodes was the shit.
I agree.
He joined Ozzy when he was 15.
Yeah. But, you know, nothing makes Ozzy or Sabbath like the screaming, howling guitars.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and more so, Sabbath is a lot more raw.
Sabbath
you know?
is the first band to downtune.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
Because their guitar player, something happened to his fingertips, so he had to downtune.
Yeah.
And he had fake fingertips.
That's crazy, isn't
He
it?
devised a way. I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to feel where I'm putting my fingers if I had fake fingertips.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. But yeah, okay, so his album's happening. During an interview with Billboard, the spokesperson for Ozzy's upcoming album says it's quite the effort. It's going to be a really special album. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so she's talking the shit out of this one.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be something Ozzy's never done that he always wanted to do. So, yeah, maybe. He's got his little boy Jackie on there with him doing all sorts of crazy EDM.
Have you seen Jack
electropunk.
lately?
He's scrawny, ain't he?
Yeah, he's scrawny,
like-
but he's weird looking.
Is he? That's
He
him right
is.
there, isn't it?
I think. No.
No, that's somebody else.
No, that's somebody who's died. I hope that's.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. So, anyway, look for Ozzy's upcoming album in the future. It's coming soon. So, that's cool, you know? And I like to see stuff coming from people I've always listened to.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a real letdown, though. I mean, you look at shit like you hear from Godsmack, for instance. They had a real downfall, and then all of a sudden they came back up to their core.
They're only mediocre to me now. Like I always hate to be the guy that's like, oh, I like their old shit.
I know, me too.
Like,
but
I hate
it's
to
true.
be that cliche.
It's true.
But they had 2 good albums.
They became too refined after the second
Yeah.
album, you know. And then now though, 1,000 Horsepower. That's a pretty fucking badass album.
It's
a little bit more
gimmicky.
back to their roots, though.
It
Their
is,
first
but-
one was gimmicky. Whatever shit. Come on, gimmick.
Yeah, a little bit, but
or Voodoo, gimmick. Moon Baby, gimmick. I mean, they're all just radio hits.
yeah, that whole Awake album is radio hits, but it was good.
Awake was fantastic.
Yeah,
I
it was
liked
good though.
Yeah. But after that, I didn't listen to them anymore until, every time they'd come on the radio with their new shit, I would just,
Yeah.
turn it because I didn't like it. It didn't sound like they had.
And see, it's crazy to me, like Offspring.
Oh, I know.
Their music that they're making now is not Offspring.
It's bubblegum. It's
Yeah.
so bubblegum. But, you grow up. You change. Look at, one band I can say that will never change, in my opinion, from what I've heard lately and what I've heard from their first Rough Raw albums, Weezer. They will never change.
They're always going to keep that sound.
Always. I love the way they sound. They've got this just great, who cares? We're just together playing sound.
Yeah, I like their songwriting. It's just like da na 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 na. Like
it's great.
it's good.
Every Weezer song that I've ever heard. I love.
I wish I could just go see Weezer and learn one of their songs and play it on stage. Like just
I know, right?
kick that pretty
And
boy
hear
like guitar
people,
player.
or you smack it with "Say It Ain't So."
Right. That's a karaoke favorite of mine.
I love that song. Weezer's a big fan of mine. Who else is we just saw new stuff going on from old people. Like we were talking Godsmack, and then we talked Offspring. good to old, better prefer their old stuff than their new stuff.
I sent you the link for the sock puppet parodies.
Oh, yes, Metallica. Dude, that was so funny. We should play that track on here. Let's find it. What is that? Did you Facebook that to me?
Yeah. We lost it.
No, we're still recording.
Why do I not hear myself anymore?
This,
there we go.
Yeah, the headphones just
stupid headphones making me sound stupid on the podcast.
God, that happens to you all the time.
And you guys can look this up on YouTube. They've got a Nirvana parody. They've got Pantera, Slayer, Metallica.
Now what is this? They're called. What should I search for? Just sock puppet. Sock puppet. Metallica.
Sock puppet. Yeah. And
okay, so what they did was Master of Puppets. They covered it themselves, right?
Yeah, but they changed the lyrics too, so it's about laundry.
About laundry? I didn't catch that. I couldn't really tell what it's about.
That's why the videos have the lyrics at the bottom of them.
Really? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I got it pulled up right here. Let's see. Is this it? I hope there's no ad that we have to listen to. That'd be ghetto.
No, there's not. Metallica, everybody.
Okay, first of all, before we let this go, this is a bunch of sock puppets sitting here. I mean, this looks like it really took some serious videography, and it really took some serious planning. There's a puppet stage. They're all bashing drums and playing guitars.
Yeah, these are sock puppets.
And their mouths move like perfectly in sync with the lyrics. You can't tell that they're not mouthing these words. It's hilarious. I did watch it a little bit. You should check this out too. YouTube.com. Metallica sock puppets is what we entered into the search bar, but we will definitely post a link to this on our description because it's so funny.
Yeah. Here, I'm jealous. These guys have like millions of views.
I know. 400. Well, this one's only got 430,326. So maybe we've got a ripped off version of it.
Maybe it's a reshared.
Maybe.
No, it's shared from Sock Puppet.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Anyway, we're going to get them another couple views because this is hilarious. All right, we're going to push play. And it's the whole song. I'm going to let it roll, I think. It's 3 minutes long. We got some time to kill. We like music. And shout out to Metallica, Master of Puppets, Sock Puppet Parody. Get over to Sock Puppet Parody on YouTube and subscribe. This is pretty funny stuff. I love it too because they're like headbanging, they're moshing. It's hilarious.
They have a crowd. It's great.
Yeah, they're puppet crowd.
And the laundry day, folding me away, lost in depths within this dresser. No other shot in sight. Can they slowly fight? Mismatched sock with just one purpose. If only you will see. Find a use for me.
That's hilarious. Okay, so the words are on the bottom of the screen with it, so you can sing right along and you can hear what they're saying.
Get glue, that's crazy. Googly eyes look lazy. Get glue, that's crazy. Your hair looks amazing, amazing. Magic sock puppets, I'm wearing your fleece. Fist of my sock, I will make you believe. Puppets and metal, they can't be a thing. Once I was lost, but now I can sing. Puppets, puppets, puppets and metal, they can't be a thing. Puppets, puppets.
Dun, 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 dun.
Master, where's the feet that I've been after? Master, promise only thighs. Laughter, all my loads are filled with laughter. Laugh for googly eyes.
They're just moshing. It's hilarious.
You're listening to Smackmouth Podcast.
Yes, you are. And guess what? It's about that time. It's about that time. Stupid criminals, people coming up from Florida.
Get out your seats, wave your hands around like a crazy Floridian.
Do Floridians just wave their hands around at random?
I believe they do.
I think they're...
Especially when they're crashing their golf carts.
Or especially when they're hanging halfway out the freaking front side passenger car door, waving their hands around.
They only speak one language in PCB, baby.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. Woo!
And
PCB!
Don't forget, it involves sign language. You have to put the devil horns in the air, and you have to put your arms out and scream and woot and holler all at the same time.
Deputies say a Florida woman made up a story about being stopped by a fake police officer to cover up the fact that she'd lost $200 in a bad drug deal.
So, chick lost $200 in a bad drug deal and called the cops and faked a report.
And made up a story saying that she got stopped by a fake police officer.
And the fake police officer took her money.
Yes. And her drugs.
And her drugs.
A Hernando County Sheriff's press release notes 24-year-old Hallie Reichenbaugh gave the money to someone in Pasco County on Tuesday in exchange for drugs she never received. So she paid for the drugs.
She just didn't get the drugs.
She
got burned, and then she wanted to end up reporting it. But how do I report this? Okay, so maybe I'm going to say that the guy who ripped me off was a fake police officer, faking as a cop. I'm going to get him busted and get him in trouble.
Yeah.
You think?
I guess so. She said
I don't know how weird, fucked up Floridians' minds work, though.
Said she was pulled over by a police car and a man with a badge put her in handcuffs, took her money, and groped her before releasing.
What does she look like? Is there a picture of her?
Yeah.
Is she worth groping?
No. Not at all.
Oh, my God.
All right, you guys. I feel like episode 4 was pretty nice.
I think we had a good time.
Yeah, this was good.
We've still got a couple minutes we can chit-chat for. Let's close it up. What do you got going on throughout the week? You looking forward to anything in the week to come?
Let's see. No, not this week. Next week's going to be my girlfriend's birthday. We're gonna
Anything
celebrate
special?
That.
Romantic?
I don't know yet.
You'll think of something, I'm sure. Yeah, being broke doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Go pick some wildflower petals and,
We'll work it out.
Right.
Other than that.
You know what's free? Conolingus.
It is, yes. You don't have to pay much for that.
No, not usually anyway. At least in my position. I mean, maybe I got to do the dishes or something. But
yeah. But no, other than that, I mean, there's like a 90s cover band that's playing around here on the 12th.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's always...
Oh, speaking of, on the 12th, when is that? Is that a Saturday?
That's
next
a Saturday.
So a week from today, let's have a moment of silence. Huh? September 11th, 2001, 14 years ago. And commence the moment of silence. All right, that's enough silence. All right. Yeah, let's wrap up the show. If you want to hit us on Twitter, twitter.com/smackmouthpod. We always follow back. Shout out to our new followers.
Facebook.com/smackmouth.
Smackmouth.com, or YouTube.com/smackmouthpod. Subscribe, like, and comment. Share.
You can send us an email. That's going to be smackmouthpodcast@gmail.com.
And as always, we appreciate you listening. Feel free to share us, spam the shit out of your friends with our links.
Want to check out anything we've talked about? We have links in the show comments at the bottom of the page.
In the description. But,
whatever.
It's cool. You're on the right track. It's all right there on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. All right, we're out of here. Enjoy yourself. I'm Mickey Mouth.
And I'm Eli, the podcast guy.
Smackmouth Podcast.
We'll see you next week for episode 5.